Good morning, guys. Hope you all are doing great. Today is Friday the 23rd, I believe, and it is still very frigid here in Missouri, as the locals know already. My little diesel Volkswagen struggled a little bit to start this morning. That diesel block tends to not want to start easily when it's this cold out, but we got it started. Today we're going to be loading up the rest of the equipment, the big equipment, into my trailer here, and I've got my buddy Paul coming in to help me with that today, so let's get to work. Alright guys, we got the trailer all loaded up. I've got Paul right behind me, making sure that everything stays tied down back there. The roads are pretty awful, so I am definitely taking a risk doing this, but I'm pretty comfortable driving in somewhat snowy conditions. Being from the Northeast, I have front wheel drive and I have kind of a bunch of weight helping me keep traction, so I think we'll be okay. Well guys, as you can see, we are in the gym now, and a major thank you to Paul Dirks for helping me get all this stuff over here. We did get some of this stuff over here last night, my wife and I, but today we got the bulk of this stuff over here. So again, huge thank you. It was a little sketchy, 1,000 pounds of stuff in my little trailer, but I'm telling you what, if you're ever considering buying a little car that you can do all kinds of stuff with, the Volkswagen, the TDI particularly, is an awesome vehicle. It's got a little 2.0 diesel engine in it, gets great gas mileage, has lots of torque and power, and I upgraded the rear suspension with bags so that I could tow a higher capacity. So moving here from Massachusetts, I actually had about 1,500 pounds of our stuff loaded in this exact trailer coming across country, and it handled it just perfectly. So today was just a little sketchy because of the snow, but I guess Branson does an okay job treating the roads that they consider to be dangerous, but I am located on Mount Branson, so as you locals know, that's the sketchiest road that there is around here as far as when it snows. So anyway, we got over here, no problem. I have a lot of stuff to put together, a lot of equipment, so let's get started. Alright, I got a couple of things put together, like the weight tree, a little bench. I'll be putting that bench together next. The assault bike, the handles were loose, so I just got those tightened up. I'm gonna head out, grab some lunch real quick, head to Home Depot on the way, pick up some 2x4s and a sheet of plywood. I'm gonna make a bench in here, or a table rather, because it'll be a lot easier to assemble this stuff on a real table and not a box with cardboard on it. So we're gonna head out and do that, and we're gonna also stop by home real quick again. I forgot my major toolbox, which has my carpentry tools in it, most of them anyway. I remembered to bring the little hand tools, which was fine for putting the little benches together, but it's going to be much better to assemble everything else if I have the rest of my tools. So let's go get those errands done, and we will be right back. Alright, got the lumber. We're back at the gym right now. This is the old company that used to lease this place. I guess they were here for 9 years and they retired. So anyway, got all the lumber that I'll need to make a table and a dumbbell rack I'm going to make out of wood. We're going to open that door because it's going to be easier to bring in 8-foot 2x, and I got 2 sheets of plywood, so rather than fight with it coming through there, I'll prop these doors open. And I'm going to be working in that back corner because it's easier to clean concrete than it is to clean carpet. Got that table or workbench all kind of made up now. Just a simple framed box with a piece of OSB on the top. Nothing crazy, but it'll give me a nice big work surface that's kind of belly button height. So I'm not bending over and killing my back. Everything's going great. It's about 4 o'clock right now. I think I'm going to try to get this one last piece together today, and then we'll probably go home and get some dinner. Good morning, guys. Today is Christmas Eve. The balming 10 degrees outside, which is actually an improvement over the last couple days. Then today I'm gonna go to Home Depot real quick. I'm gonna grab some more materials. I need two 2x8s by 8 footers. Those are going to get mounted on the wall as ledgers, and well, you'll see what I use those for. Aside from that, it's just a bunch of different fasteners that I'm going to use to install folding squat rack that mounts to the wall, and then just a bunch of other stuff. So let's get to it. All right, pardon my messy hair, but I stopped off at Lowe's, and I'll show you what I'm going to be doing today. So I bought two 2x8 by 8 foot, and what I'm going to be doing is, I know where the studs are in the front wall and the side wall here, but I'm going to be installing this ledger across that way. On this side I'm going to be doing TRX straps. Actually, the brand that I use is called RIP 60. It's a much beefier version of TRX, and basically it'll be mounted exactly like this with a D-ring, a towing D-ring. It'll have structural screws, not drywall screws obviously, but and then you carabiner into this massive bracket or carriage, and then your straps are out this way. So that's what's going to go on the side wall here, and then on the front wall, I haven't unboxed it yet, but that's where the big squat rack is going to go. Same kind of detail. There's going to be a ledger going across. This rack in particular folds into the wall, so that's why we want to mount the just the top bracket and the bottom brackets. There's 2 on the bottom and 2 on top, which will get mounted. So yeah, that's it. Okay, got that all done. So yeah, 2x8 ledger, lagged in with structural screws. Those are towing D-rings. Those are the ones that you would put at the corner of your trailers or flatbed or something like that. They're the bolt-ons, not the weld-on ones. So easy to install, right into the stud, right through the ledger. That was a good feeling, to feel like you're doing body weight exercises and the thing's gonna really hold you up. There's no giving it, and no noise, no creak, no nothing. It's solid. So these are the screws I'm using. So I'm using 2 7/8 or 3" for the D-ring, and then I'm using 3 5/8 for the ledger board. The ledger is 1.5 inches. There's 1/2 inch drywall, and then I'm into the meat of the stud quite a bit. So it's about 1 o'clock right now. I am going to wrap it up for the day. Today is Christmas Eve, and we have a big show, actually 2 services at church tonight, which I'm the digital media director for, and I'll be playing in 1 song. So I'm going to wrap it up for today, but I'm proud with my progress here. I'm happy with it. Let me show you around just real quick. So I know I already showed you this, but that's going to be where our body weight straps are going to be. I may add some more over there once I get the ledger for the squat rack up. We'll see how that works. The beauty in that is it's easy to install, and because everything's screwed together, it's pretty much modular, so I can move those straps wherever I need them in the future. I just have the rubber floor rolled out so it has a chance to kind of lay flat, and I just put some of my benches here just to see if this layout's going to work out well. I think it's going to be pretty neat to have the benches, the adjustable bench and the flat bench over here. I'm probably going to need 1 more flat bench now that I think about it, because the squat rack over there is going to double as a bench press, a barbell bench press anyway. But I got the dumbbell rack all finished up too. I'm happy with it. I put some rubber on the top so that these dumbbells will grip really well on the surface. There's a lot of friction there, which is nice to have. If you haven't had that before, then you wouldn't know how nice it is, but I've had it in 1 other of my gyms, and it worked out really well. So anyway, I've just got some extra storage right there. That 2x4 was already on the wall, so I just used it for now. I'm gonna rotate that 2x going the other way and put some more hooks up. I use a lot of different bands and straps for a lot of different exercises, so that'll be a good place to organize all that stuff. This is the assault bike. This is going to probably stay here, although we'll have to see. The heater is right there, and sometimes doing hard cardio or cardio in general right next to a heater isn't awesome. So again, everything's modular, so it's got wheels on it. We can move it wherever we want. Right now I have sort of a deadlift area set up. It's not the final setup. I think I'm gonna build a true deadlift platform, which will have wood underneath it to make it more solid, but we'll see how that goes as we get along here. I have more bars coming. They're actually still in storage. I just have to bring them over, but I think it's going to be a really nice setup. A lot of different free weight options, a lot of body weight options. I'm not going to have a lot of cardio equipment, at least to start with. I may add some pieces as I go, but there are so many different ways to do cardiovascular training. A lot of people think that you have to have treadmills and ellipticals and stuff like that, and those are nice things to have, and they do serve a purpose, but in terms of improving health, improving cardiovascular health, working on becoming more fit, you really don't need those things. Again, they're nice to have, and eventually I will have them, but I don't think to start off, I don't need them. I've been owner of many training studios where I didn't have any cardio equipment at all, and the clients succeeded just as well. So anyway, that's going to do it for me today. We will catch you on the next one, which will probably be Monday. See ya. Merry Christmas.